We are here at WWE2K Community Day in Orlando, Florida, and I'm here with one member of the New Day. He won all the tag titles in WWE. He was the king of the ring last year. He's of course the owner and creator of Up, Up, Down, Down, one of the greatest channels you can find on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Xavier.
Thank you. I wish I was the owner. Creator, yes.
Creator.
Host, yes. One day, maybe.
How you doing, Xavier?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
I'm great. So, of course, we know that you love video games. You play a lot of video games backstage. What are you currently playing?
Tekken.
Tekken?
Yeah.
And do you play a lot backstage?
Constantly.
Constantly?
When we're not wrestling, we're playing Tekken. You got to have a way to pass the time or you're going to go insane. We're going from town to town every single week, multiple times a week. And so without that, you're just gonna lose your mind.
And who would you say is the best Tekken player right now?
Jim Uso.
Jimmy,
yeah.
Okay.
He's by far the best.
Now, you got a rating of 88 this year in WWE2K23. Were you happy with your rating?
Yeah, my rating has gone up a point every year since I've been on the main roster. So I feel like a steady increase. It's 2 points away from 90 if we're talking school grades to B+, which means that you still get a scholarship. So there's a lot of people who have way lower ratings. And so I'm happy that 2K has been able to see the work that I've been putting in for years and years. So it feels good to see.
Now, I think we can thank you because the GM mode is back in WWE2K, and that's thanks to you because you played a lot with Tyler Breeze. Great videos also on Up, Up, Down, Down.
I think it's thanks to the community that wanted it so bad. And I consider us as part of that community. We're just in a position where we can film ourselves playing it and people will luckily watch it, and we're associated with the company, so they listen a little bit too. But the fact that everybody pushed so hard for it to come back and they reinstated it, and then in this one it's so much more robust. There's so much more stuff to do. We decided to play it for like 2 hours, me and Breeze, and it's just freaking awesome. So like it's very humbling to see that we get to be a part of it. Like we're GMs in it now, so it's really cool to see it come full circle, because we used to just play that by ourselves. Like before I had a YouTube channel, when we were in developmental, we were in pre NXT was SCW, we would just play all the time, and so it's cool to be able to be where we are now with it.
And so you played the game last year, the GM mode. Did you try it a little bit on the 2K WWE?
Yeah, that's what we were doing today.
That's what you were doing?
Yeah.
Did you see big changes?
Oh, yeah, there's
from
a ton.
Last year?
There's a ton of huge changes, and they're freaking awesome. It feels like way more of a video game now, because as before, in the previous version, the one from last year, it was a very good base. It didn't have like a bunch of titles, a bunch of match types, things like that, but it's a very good base for what they could build on. Because it's hard to remake something like that. It's hard to do all of that while you're also making like 4 other crazy aspects of the game, you know? And so this year, it feels like they really honed in on the things that were really good about it last time and just expanded and made things way more fun and way more intricate. There's so much more strategy and different cards to play and shakeups, and there's just so much to do in it. It's
more options, more goals also. Yeah, that's very cool. Now, reason you yourself, you like to book shows. Let's talk 10 or 20 years down the road, when your career as a wrestler is over. Did you ever think about what you would do later? And would you be interested in being in a creative team?
For movies, yes.
For movies?
Yes. Movies and video games, yes. Okay. 100%.
But not WWE, not wrestling?
I mean, if the opportunity arose and it made sense, then yeah. But what I've been working towards is making sure that I have something else as well. I love wrestling. It's my first love. I'll love it till the day that I die. But for me, it's important to be diverse in things that we're doing. And so a lot of my focus has been in the games industry. It's been in the hosting industry. Because I want to very much focus on the fact that professional wrestlers aren't just people with muscles that scream and punch each other in the face. Yeah. Yes, that's an aspect of it. Yes.
Sure.
Yes. But also, you have to understand that we are so much more than what you see on TV. And so I think one of my skills is being able to go out and do what I can to change people's perspectives of professional wrestling. And I think that I am used well in that space. So I would love to work creatively in anything. If it happens to be wrestling, great. If it's video games, cool. If it's TV, if it's movies, awesome. I just want to do something where I can create things.
Now, you were Raw Tag Team Champion, SmackDown Tag Team Champion, recently NXT. As we said, you won King of the Ring. Do you have any more goals in WWE?
I have a ton more goals.
Like what?
A ton of them. I would love to be Intercontinental Champion. I would love to be Heavyweight Champion. I would love to get a title shot at a world title because I beat Bobby Lashley when he was Heavyweight Champion. I would love to get a shot at Roman because everyone talks about how Seth is the one who beat him by DQ, but we just don't speak about the fact that I did the same exact thing.
Exactly.
And mine wasn't even on a pay-per-view. Mine was on SmackDown. So there's a lot of things that I want to do. And so those aspirations are very lofty and they're always in the back of my mind, in the forefront of my mind. And so we just follow the path that life gives us. And then we make a new one every so often in order to get to where we want to go. And so right now I'm making like 9 different paths and we'll see if any of them kind of lead to those goals. And only time will tell.
What would be your dream match at WrestleMania?
Me versus Two Cold Scorpio.
Oh, that's so awesome. Of course, ECW legend, and he did a lot of other things, Flash Funk, we know. So, speaking about NXT, you just spent a few weeks there with Kofi. You got to meet the NXT roster, you know? Is there some special talent you saw that you can't wait to see on the main roster?
Pretty deadly. Easily. That's the reason that we wanted to go down there in the first place. I've had my eye on them since they were over in the UK and just talked with them a bunch. And they're super talented. They understand what they want to be. And that's one of the hardest things, I think, to figure out in wrestling and to be comfortable with that. And so those are 2 guys that I think are going to be like in time. Obviously, they're going to be incredible. They're already so good right now. And so they're only moving up and forward in a positive direction. And so they can't get on the main roster fast enough.
Okay, yeah, they really get their character. Yeah. Now, classic question. What's your favorite moment of your career?
Winning King of the Ring.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's really something that...
Definitely. It always, before that, it was when Kofi won the title, because that was just such an incredible moment for all of us. Obviously for Kofi by himself, but then to be able to be there and it be about, like, you know, the 3 of us in that story, in that journey of him getting there, to be able to, be on the side in that story was freaking awesome. And for him to achieve something that I knew that he should have achieved years ago, to see it happen, like that, was incredible. But obviously, since I was a kid, I've had my eye on King of the Ring. It's like the coolest thing of in wrestling to me. And so being able to win that, just...
Dream come true.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of wrestling schools, in France, so it's kind of complicated for younger talents to train. What advice could you give to younger wrestlers or people who want to get into wrestling?
Be an athlete. Get into any sport that you can get into, because you're going to learn something that's going to help you wrestling, whether that's weight training or cardio or eating right or whatever it is. You need to be an athlete first and foremost. So even if there's no place to train wrestling, train something and then find a way to get to wrestling. And if you don't, oh no, you've taken care of your body. Oh no, you're in better shape. Oh no, you've gained another skill. There's no downfall to it. So I would just say that. Make sure that you are in the best shape possible doing something athletic.
Okay. And last question. There have been rumors this past few weeks. It's coming mostly from the fans, but it's about a big WWE show in France one day. We are dreaming right now to have a show at the Stade de France. It's like the huge WWE stadium in Paris. Could you do something about that, Xavier? Because apparently people listen to you.
I can't do anything about that. I just work here. I come to work and fall down. That's about where my clout is.
So you don't have any info about a big show in France?
Zero
info. But you would be there if they come, of course.
As long as they bring me, yeah, I'm there, man.
Oh, man. France loves you, and France loves New Day.
Yeah, and I love France. Windjammers. K-Goon. It's my people out there.
Well, Xavier Woods, all the best, and thank you very much.
Yeah, dude, of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.